Let's cut the shit. Jocelyn's Cabaret is better. Now, this channel I'm going to start using for just all media purposes. It could be reality TV, movies, what music even sometimes. This is what this channel is going to be for. And I'm going to go back to my old format that I used for the video. I'm going to say one of my formats that I used for the Bad Boys episode 2 in 8 minutes because that got good feedback. So I'm going to just keep doing that since I like to have slideshows and shit. Let's just keep it simple so I can just keep putting out whenever, I put out. But yeah, Justice Cabaret is better. I know everybody's been, talking about their rivalry, Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret, which I honestly still don't. I understand off of the aspect of like, hey, don't disrespect what I got going on, but it's still hilarious. Hey, side note, so I'm on my voice recording thing and it say Josephine better because I definitely was trying to type Jocelyn and it definitely autocorrected to Josephine. Josephine better, period. Firstly, I'm gonna keep it simple because I don't want this video to be too long, but I feel like this current season that's out right now, Baddies Midwest, really set it in stone for me. I'm not gonna say, oh, I don't like the girls, because it's definitely giving that usual bullshit of newbies versus OGs, because Jocelyn's Cabaret actually this season is kind of following the same format. It makes more sense for Joss. I'm not even gonna say it makes more sense. It makes sense for Jocelyn's Cabaret considering there's a lot of girls that come back because they want to continue being in the cabaret. So it's like, y'all, we've been here trying to do this shit, doing this shit, then getting kicked off the shit, and then coming back and did it. Cool, whatever. I'm going to plead my case. This is how I plead my case. I'm going to talk about baddies first. Now, if you're even on this video, we all know that Jocelyn's Cabaret has had its viral moments, especially the double homicide situation, and it was something else, but I actually think the double homicide stuff was like the most popular, and that's what really put it on the map for a lot of people. But even with those viral moments, Baddies was definitely something I was watching before Jocelyn's Cabaret, but hear me out. I feel like the main reason people do watch Baddies is because a lot of us grew up watching Bad Girls Club. I can't talk. I need to like go to speech classes or something. So yeah, a lot of us grew up watching Bad Girls Club. And if you got Natalie, the like real OG, because she's from, what is it, season 4 of Bad Girls Club. By the way, I've seen a lot of clips from her season, but I have not watched her season in its entirety. So I'm gonna get to that one day. But all in all, I think that's why a lot of people cling to baddies, because we do want that Bad Girls Club thing back. There was a story, even if some things were stupid, it made sense because these girls are trapped in this house with each other for how long? Exactly. There's enough time to build some type of animosity or dislike a girl because of her cleaning habits or her hygiene, or you know what I mean? Like, and and that's what Jocelyn's Cabaret gives me. These girls have to have good upkeep, good hygiene, good fragrance, all that stuff. Because what are they? They're a cabaret. They have to look good. They gotta smell good. Coochie gotta be on point. Hair gotta be on point. Makeup, mouth gotta be on point. So there's something to argue about. Like, hey, she shouldn't even be here because she don't smell right. Like, it's a point to that. So just to give those points to Jocelyn's Cabaret, as soon as the Baddies Caribbean reunion is done, there's no reason why Baddies Midwest should be airing, like, what was that, the next weekend after that, as soon as, yeah, the next Sunday after that. So it's like, cool, oh my gosh, content. But it's like they know they have to keep putting that content or else niggas is not going to pay attention or care. I feel like a month is nowhere near enough time to really set the tone of why somebody hates somebody. It's just a bunch of internet stuff. And with Bad Girls Club, because that's what we all compare to, considering that is what we're actually yearning for, there was time. They had a whole summer to have some animosity. There was no knowing who you're coming in the house with and beefing with them on the internet before you even get to the house. There's no judging someone because these girls did not see each other. Maybe they saw each other through some audition casting call stuff, but I think Bad Girls Club was strictly video evidence, video evidence, footage submitted to the producers and stuff. But yeah, like, it's nowhere near enough time to really build something unless you're already pulling someone from, say, okay, good example currently, Mel and Ivory. They are both from Now That's TV, and they've been having beef since it feels like diaper days. But me personally, I just got into Now That's TV a couple months ago, so I still got to catch up with all the shows that they have. Oh my goodness, I may talk about one of those episodes or something like that, because I really do enjoy talking. All like, let's really make this fun. Like, there's so many review YouTubers out here, but I want to have fun. and make money. But yeah, anyways, like beef like Mel and Ivory, that makes sense for them to have beef just first getting up in the house because they were from another time and another show. So no problem there, no problem there. Um it's just it's not, they record for a month, they put out constantly because they know their content is not good enough for people to sit and wait so long for it. Deep down inside they know this. And I'm really thinking of the format and a business aspect as well, because these girls do have busy schedules, so I feel like anything longer than a month is too much of a commitment and probably wouldn't be as lucrative for the business, unfortunately, because nowadays it is all about money more than anything. Not saying that that wasn't the same thing back in the day, but also on top of the fact that Oxygen was a network that had a lot of financial backing and a lot of other shows and movies and things like that, it's a different ball game from then to now. So I do understand the aspect of, hey, I know we got to spend money to make money, but we can't be spending this much money to make how much. But also, in on the flip side of things, this is just how product. If your product is good enough, people are going to still invest in your product. But a lot of people usually come to review YouTubers because they don't want to put $5-6 with tax to something that doesn't have that much substance. They'd rather watch or their on their friend's account, or just, rely on what the YouTubers to tell them what happened, because they are still intrigued a little bit and they want to know a little bit of the stupidity, but also they want to know that, make sure that their money is still being saved. Because, if they're seeing from us YouTubers that the content of the episodes are not matching what they previously wanted to invest it in, then they're going to feel better about still not paying for that shit. But let some I've even seen comments, I forgot what season it was, but let some content come out that seems like of substance, even if it's ratchet substance. People will come back and will start paying that $5 again and not rely on us YouTubers always. I still watch reviews even if I watch the episode, because it's funny seeing everyone else's perspective of, or principles or morals to certain things and situations in the show. But there's really not a lot of situations in the show where people can be split on, because a lot of the stuff right now is just so stupid. The current abuse right now, you got Emma talking about Scotty is boring. You have what's her name, Big Lex, that's talking about Jayla being a bully, to Gretch and Biggie, and valid. I can see valid, but it's not giving. And then don't make me even talk about the useless auditions that the baddies had. I swear every audition for each, it just gets worse every time. It's like the first auditions that they posted, okay, it's ratchet, but it had something going on. Then the second one, they went up an ante. And another one, they went up an ante. And someone just reminded me that I forgot what aired earlier this year, but almost all of the seasons we've been watching, like, what was it, South, North, whatever ones, has aired this year. We've been getting fed back to back to back. And when you say this on paper, it seems cool, like, oh my gosh, we're really getting our money's worth, but we're really not. There's nothing to see here. And let me remind y'all, because we often forget the whole point of baddies in the first place. Baddies was for the woman to showcase their talents, their business, whatever other business endeavor that they had, and show the world. In the beginning, it was like that. It was, what was that, Baddie South? Baddie South with Krishan, Rolly, Slim, Jayla, Scotty got introduced there. All the people that we are faces right now were on that. I already said Krishan, right? Yeah, like Bree from Bad Girls Club, Persuasion from Bad Girls Club. Like we had something going on there. And on top of that, they were actually performing, and we actually got to see them perform. And the substance, the beef or whatever issues they had were made sense, because I think this was actually the season with Tommy, but I think, yeah, after that, the season with Tommy, they had a reason to argue about, hey, why is this person getting paid this? I think these performers should get paid this because they're performing, and that, it made sense to have some type of irritation or conflict, because there's a reason that we're all trying to showcase our business here. And if someone's getting more money or more exposure than the next person, what the fuck is going on? Because we all fought to get on this show. Not all of us, but you know what I mean. So the premise in the beginning, it made sense. It was still but it felt organic. There we go. It felt organic at first. And the point of the show rang true. They're showing themselves, they're talking about what they have, what business they have, what they do. Perfect. Period. Now, we're gonna fast forward to current day. Why am I not hearing Diamond's music? Why am I not hearing Rolly's music? Why am I not hearing Biggie and Tasiki's song? And their song is actually perfect for this season. Well, maybe even last season. It doesn't even matter. Who else makes music on there? Of course, Tinka has the song with Diamond. And I'm not going to say all these girls are worthy enough rappers in my eyes to have all that praise. That sounds kind of messy and hateful. I don't know how to word this, but I'm gonna just say it like this. They are on this show. Well, at least the original premise of the show is to showcase your business, whatever you do artistically, music, all of that stuff. Why are we just hearing Natalie's "Yeah, fucking that road, nigga, you fucking that road, bitch"? You dope, bitch. Like, I like the song. I fuck with it. I like the song. I'm not gonna lie, but this is your show, but you made the show for what purpose? Because now it's just making money off the girls having beef. It's not everyone making money. It's not everyone getting to the bag anymore. And if y'all notice, she doesn't even say anything about getting to the bag anymore. And you know why? Because there's no bag to be got. It's nothing. It's no organization anymore. It's just they can't even go to a fucking apple orchard without bitches turning up. And it's not the OG's fault, but it is at the same time because they chose these girls. And the way I know they chose Bad Dolly because of her energy, I get it. But the way that they can control these girls, it's like you have them fighting at places that probably have some peace and tranquility. We got apples and donuts in the air. You want to start pressing bitches, talking to you, pretty P. What are we doing? What are we doing? Same thing with Bad Dolly. Apparently, it was supposed to be kind of like a fake little turn up or something. But either way, like, why are we doing all of this at the apple orchard? Why are we doing this on Holy Land? I'm not gonna say Holy Land, but you know, on someone else's property like this. It's not like they at a club or at a restaurant where they kind of clear that bitch out. Talking about the restaurants. This is at a place y'all supposed to be doing cool shit. I know Scotty be so sick of these hoes, but because Scotty be looking like she actually just want to chill and she's the turn up. Like, y'all can say she born or whatever, but she's there for a reason. She's the one who breaks that tension, even if somebody got tension with her. That's her purpose. Fuck all the rumors or allegations with her sleeping with the CEO, Lemon Pepper, all that stuff. Cool, I get it. That may have some weight. I mean, it kind of has a lot of weight, but at the same time, even without that factor, it would still make sense why Scotty is there, because you need that person. And she looks the part. Um, Whether you agree with how her face is structured or not, she suits the look. She suits the thing. Like, and she keeps she keeps me watching. I'm not gonna lie. Even if she doesn't have a lot of scenes, like, I'm just looking forward to what is she gonna do? What is she gonna say? How is she gonna carry herself this season? Um, Other than that, though, because the girls just seem like they don't got some sense, I don't really look forward to anybody else. And that's just me being biased. But, ooh, it's 11:11, period. Kind of went off on, like, a little bit of a tangent there. But all of that to say, we strayed really far from, and I think I already mentioned this on another video, but I didn't put Joseline's in the video, period. All that to say, yeah, we strayed very far from land, where we started at. We are now drifting in the sea on a not even a lifeboat. We are just in a donut floaty, that has a very tiny hole in it, and I don't know how much time we have left. I don't know how much time we have left before we just drown and there's nothing else to see. Literally, nothing else to see, just all black. It used to be on Baddies for me and my best friend that we would feel like, I'm not going to call it anxiety, but you know how when you watch a thriller and you're like, oh my gosh, like, oh no, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? We used to kind of feel that way, like, oh, how are they about to handle this? Even if we saw clips and, next up, you look forward to the, oh shit, what, like, how's this about to go down? Now we just kind of watch it like, oh, brother, like, it's really not anything surprising anymore on top of just like, well, one, we started watching Jocelyn's Cabaret. I was kind of watching it by myself, but then I got her into it, and she was like, actually, I'm fucking with it. And she's a lesbian, so she's definitely fucking. She was like, okay, yeah, I like this person, all that stuff. So I'm like, yeah. And they dance, and we got music. We're music as people. I think everyone's music people, but we're really music people. So it's like, Damelo, Damelo, and then her little song. What is that one that be playing in between the scenes? I keep it. And what's that other one? Talking about her money or something. I'm not leaving money because someone got money. Like her voice be throwing me off sometimes, but the premise is there. The premise is there. And it was one of the episodes on this season where, well, she sent the girl home. Another girl named Lex. She was the tall, light skinned girl, thick girl, with the DJ Sky eyelids. And they had this performance, and she really did her thing, but she got sent home because she ended up auditioning for baddies. And Joseline, she a dictator. She don't like that shit. And again, the rivalry situation. But no, they put on a great performance. The like, even with they beefs in the house, they do it, and it's something to look forward to. Like, okay, and that just brought me to another point. Sometimes on baddies, or well, a lot of times on baddies, depending on the day, I guess, we would skip through some of the talking scenes because they're just talking about the same thing. We just left a scene where they were talking about what happened last night or 2 days ago, or how it's going to be when they all meet up again. I don't want to hear. It's one thing hearing Natalie talk about it, but I don't want to hear these other side bitches talk about it because nothing lucrative is coming to the conversation. I want to see a whole nother B plot. I don't want to see them talking about the A plot. Where's the C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P? Like, I don't care, bro. But when it's Josh's Cabaret, they may talk about what happened the night before, something like that, but it will be more to it. Like, they'll have the person that had the beefs or whatever come into the scene and be like, oh, I'm here this bitch go, and then they start talking like, well, I don't appreciate how that, it would have some type of substance to it, because it's not just two bitches talking about something that got nothing to do with them, or it's just one of the people that got into something last night, and then another person, like a Scotty type person, is just asking them how they feel. It's not one of that. They will all be Josh's Cabaret. They'll all be in there, and then that one person come in like, see, I don't like how you, and and baddies has that sometimes, but um I don't know. It's different. There's for Jocelyn, I feel like she has the upper hand because it's a competition based. I'm going to wrap this up. A competition based show, so she has the upper hand just off the fact of like there's already something to work off here. You don't have to do too much. Now it's just the girls kind of making the show for you because they're in this competition for $50,000. Okay, and they're going to try and tear each other down and kick each other out because what? Only one of y'all can win this $50,000. Stop playing with me. Do you know what $50,000 can do to a lot of people's lives right now? Stop playing. I can turn 50,000 to a million. It's no type of money to play with. There is there is what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of conviction here. These girls come from being strippers, prostitutes, and everything else, and they want to get out of that lifestyle. I think even Raven said that. They want to get out of that lifestyle. And Jocelyn even said that, I think, on one of the recent episodes. She was like, I used to be there. I want y'all to get out of that. This is what it's here for. Yes, you're still doing the stripper shit, but it's more guaranteed, I suppose. On top of Jocelyn just having the upper hand because it's competition based, she doesn't sit in the house with these girls. We get completely separate scenes with Jocelyn and her husband talking about who she likes, who she doesn't like, who she's skeptical of, and what she's about to do before she gets to the next scene of talking to the girls. We get to see Jocelyn give orders to, say, what's her name, Drea, or what's the other name, Danny, and things like that, her two like main bitches pretty much, and basically send them out on missions to see who really got the guts and the balls to really do what needs to be done, which makes me kind of upset what happened with her and Lexi Blow. I still don't understand what actually happened. But me and my best friend, we just finished that season. I think that was Las Vegas. We finished that season not too long ago because she wanted to see, more of the history of Jocelyn's Cabaret. So it's interesting to see that the leader is not being in the mix in the house, and that's why she tries to pick the really main cabaret girls so she can just focus on her other stuff and check in with the main Cabaret girl and know she keeping stuff in line. It makes, everything is making sense, even if it's ratchet sense. It makes sense. So I really don't even think I have to speak more on what makes Joseline's Cabaret better. On top of that, all these girls are, even if they probably have some plastic surgery issues, are baddies. Like, well, besides, I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say Juice Face, Scarface. What's that freaking? Oh my gosh, what is his name off of Saw? Girl, Jigsaw, freaking Jigsaw. Besides Jigsaw, I don't know how Joseline liked her her feet. You see me stuttering, right? Like, I really did not understand it. But besides little stuff like that, like, these girls have to look put together. Now, put that in contrast with baddies and say baddies Caribbean. I know Meatball has her shtick with that whole comedy looking a mess stuff, but no, this is not the show for that. And I feel bad that she even went on that and kind of, I'm not going to say tarnished her look, because she still got fans. I'm sure she's still making money. It's just like, this is supposed to be baddies. There's supposed to be some type of substance to this, and not everybody's going to be looking like a baddie all the time. But it's not giving. I need the sapphires. I need the Biggie has a pretty face. She knows how to dress. I need that. Tasiki's not ugly. Anna's not ugly. We need more of that. Bad Dolly's not ugly. Like, cool. We actually, the girls this season, they're really not that bad looking. Summer, I'm not gonna say she's ugly. Her look needs something. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, just to wrap this all up, I really want to see Joseline's Cabaret win. The lady's batshit fucking crazy. She's disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be able to deal with half the things these girls deal with. All that kissing ass shit. I really hate in this recent episode that Joseline came after Rose as if she didn't just put bitches in their place. Each and every one of those bitches in that house she put in their place, bruh. I can't wait until this reunion. So Joseline's Cabaret this season is winning for me right now. Baddies Midwest, I'm still tuned in. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just holier than thou and I can't. No, I'm gonna still be tuned in because it may be one episode that I want to talk about. But I'm not about to sit here and review any episodes. I'm treating my channels like I want to do what the fuck I want to do, and whoever vibe with me vibe, and whatever blow it blow. Just treat it like old YouTube. That's how it's supposed to be. So yeah, tell me what y'all think. I think everybody's pretty much, I'm not going to say on the same wavelength. And if you're not and you do have a Zeus account, take a gander. See if you like something from it. Sometimes I really don't like all the naked boobs they be showing. Sounded like an old head, because some of the boobs I really don't like to see all the time, especially wets. But other than that, like, it's grabbing our attention. And I honestly genuinely do want Batty to step it up. I want to hear the girls' music in between those scenes, because that's what the show is supposed to be for. This is why girls be fighting at those auditions so hard, because they want to be seen. And if these girls are messing up their pretty faces to be on your show, why can't you showcase their music? I just don't understand it. Diamond on Now That's TV. Let me wrap this up. Oh my gosh. Diamond on Now That's TV. She's on the show Deja Vu. She actually is still on the current season that just came out not too long ago. If it's still running, look, whatever. And I guess people said she owned it or she just is the show. Either way, her music gets played on their transitions constantly because she's a big part of it. Ooh, it's 11:22. Period. Yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. So it's like Diamond's getting more play on that than on Baddies, and it's like, I know Baddies has a wider audience, but anybody who's watching Now That's TV knows about Zeus. Anybody who's watching Zeus knows about Now That's TV. So it's like, I'm not gonna say stay on Now That's TV, but I get why they would go on Baddies. It's just I just want the girls' music to be shown, especially Rolly, because everybody say Rolly has skills in rapping for real. I really don't. I'm not gonna say I don't think so, but it's not really. It's whatever. But yeah, so tell me what y'all think. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and yeah.